Wish had an absolutely incredible day today. Let's talk about where this stock could be headed very soon and get into an article that has a ton of interesting information about Wish, and I'll give my thoughts on it. Make sure to watch to the very end of this video so you don't miss any of my Wish analysis. If you guys want to pick up a free stock with Public, check out our link down in the description below. You guys can get a free stock of a great selection of companies when you guys deposit only $1, and it helps support our channel, of course, as well. And you can follow us on there and keep up to date with what we're buying, what we're selling, and anything related to it. But other than that, let's get right into this video. Alrighty guys, here we are with Wish stock, or ticker symbol WISH, context logic, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful day as far as gains go for Wish, up just about 63 cents on the day, or about 6.41% overall, sitting and ending the day at about $10.47 a share. We'll get into more of the price action, of course, in the later part of this video, but just to give you an update, obviously, where Wish is at currently. The date is August 9th. This video will likely be going up on August 10th, which will be, of course, the day after the day. So if Wish is down today, don't get too confused or too like, whoa, why is this video late? No, it's just made a day before, and that's what's happening. So just to let you guys know, of course. Let's hop into this article, though, that I actually have a lot of points that I actually agree with this article. I'm a big fan of Wish long term. I think it is a great growth play, in my opinion. Again, it's not financial advice, but it's just my own personal outlook on the stock. Please do your own research, of course. But I really like Wish as a long-term growth play. I think the e-commerce industry is booming and will only continue to grow as the years go by. And Wish has a very unique business model that not a lot of other stores have really done well, in my opinion, at all. And Wish is continuing to expand that, and they have their own app, which is a huge plus, and they have their own advertising service inside of the app, which is another plus. Again, this app runs a lot of money. The revenue that they are cranking out is absolutely crazy. But let's read a little bit more about this article that I want to talk about here today. Buy Context Logic stock now ahead of its likely comeback. Buzz about Reddit's Wall Street Bets subreddit may be fading, but that's hardly a reason to dismiss Context Logic stock as a meme stock, where the opportunity has come and gone. Why? The fact that shares in the e-commerce play are trading on their fundamentals again is a good thing, not a bad thing. So, just to recap, obviously, there what's going on. We actually did have a bit of a, not really a short squeeze, but there was a lot of retail interest and retail volume that flooded into this stock just about a month or two, or even 3 months ago, and of course caused a major run up in the price on this stock. And now we have seen a pretty significant pullback since then, down to these lower $9 to $8 to even $10 ranges. And of course, when that happens, it's very hard to kind of figure out if a stock is overvalued or not, because really the stock's value is built up off of all of the buying pressure that it just underwent. And of course, when that buying pressure subsides and more people sell out of their positions or stop buying it altogether, the stock will likely fall. Wish did get a little bit overinflated, in my opinion, in the early part of the year, but now, like this article is saying, it's trading once again on fundamentals. It's starting to trade on catalysts. It's starting to trade on earnings reports. It's starting to trade on all of these different things, and I think that overall that is good news. Let's read a little bit more here. Pessimism pushed Wish stock to cheap valuation. With the vaccine rollout and the recovery trade so far this year, e-commerce plays have mostly plateaued or traded sideways. Take a look at the 2021 performance of stocks like Shopify and Wayfair. You can see that that's the case. Yet few have fallen as hard as Wish stock since its IPO last December. To some extent, this made sense. After all, the company went from posting high double-digit levels of growth to projecting low single-digit revenue growth in the quarter ending June 30. However, there may be a silver lining to this market overreaction to the slowing of this growth train. With so much pessimism priced in due to concerns about its decelerating growth, shares have fallen to a reasonable valuation. Perhaps not reasonable relative to its near-term financial performance. Still scaling up, analysts expect losses both this year and the next. Relative to its long-term growth potential, though, as one Seeking Alpha commentator recently noted, shares are cheap compared to rivals on a price to sale basis. That is cheap, assuming to its days of high growth are far from over. Some may believe it's hit a wall, but if the quarters ahead it can demonstrate it's still a growth story, Context Logic shares could gain tremendously. So right now what that's saying, obviously, is that there's a lot of mixed opinion, mixed just kind of overall words and voices that are kind of spreading around about Wish right now. A lot of people aren't sure what to think. Some people are really bullish on the stock still, and they still think that it's a great play going into the year. Some people don't like the revenue growth numbers that are obviously pulling back significantly from what they originally projected. And some people are just kind of in the middle of all this and they don't like the company to begin with. They don't want to touch it. I get it. There's a lot going around about Wish right now. But overall, I still think the fundamentals of this company are still incredibly strong. I still think that revenue numbers, even though they're expected to grow smaller than they were before, they're still growing. And I see no reason why e-commerce plays like this can slow down anytime soon, especially with the Delta variant starting to kind of spread to certain parts of the world. We could see more lockdowns, and more lockdowns means more people are at home, likely on their computer, likely shopping or doing something else, but more than likely shopping. And of course, that leads to e-commerce purchases, which of course are going to lead to a lot of things for Wish, Wayfair, Shopify, whatever you want to look at as far as e-commerce goes. But again, I think Wish could take advantage of this and do very well and set itself up for a lot of success in this industry. Let's finish off with this paragraph here. I won't read this whole article here just so I don't waste your guys' time. Why Context Logic remains a growth story. So this kind of explains what their take is on it and why they still like Wish. There's more than wishful thinking behind the belief that this company will soon get back to higher than average levels of revenue growth. Things may or may not have taken a breather in the preceding quarter. We'll know for sure on August 12th when the company releases its second quarter earning results. But looking at the last two quarters of 2021 and into 2022, the company has yet to take its foot off the growth. It continues to invest heavily in its growth. Context Logic also continues to attract high caliber talent for its management team, as seen with the recent hiring of Farhang Kasi, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, as Chief Technology Officer. Kasai formed an exec as Alphabet's or Google unit, bringing expertise that allow the company to take its core marketplace and logistics business segments to the next level. Put it all together, and it's it isn't far-fetched to see that it can get back to year-over-year revenue growth in the mid-double-digit percentage range. If this happens, don't expect shares to maintain a discounted valuation for long. The stock may not be able to immediately get back to a high of $32.85 per share, but a 100% move to just under $21 per share is definitely obtainable within the year. So this is obviously a lot of the speculation going on in the article's part. I agree with a lot of what they're saying. I think the price targets, in my opinion, still stand. As you can see here on public, we can go down here. We still have high price targets of $32.85. We have a low or a mid price target of $17.10. This is the more likely price target, obviously, but still it's good. And it still has a 1.7, which is very close to being a buy. It pretty much is in the buy category or buy range. And overall, guys, I like this stock. I think growth-wise, this stock makes a lot of sense going forward, and the fundamentals that it continues to crank out and the numbers it continues to push out are very satisfying in my opinion, and I like them. So we're going to be watching very close with Wish, of course. Let's take a quick look here at the intraday trading session we saw today. Beautiful upward trend here for most of the day on Wish. Absolutely love these types of patterns. They're just so satisfying to see. There's a little volatility, but in the most part, we just traded higher than we did the day before. Now RSI is peaking a little bit here. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a little bit of a pullback on open tomorrow, and then maybe went a little bit higher here, because now we've kind of broken out of this kind of stagnation, kind of consolidation level we've seen for the last 3 days here on the intraday trading charts. And we did have a bit of a downtrend too that we were on just a little bit ago. So now we're kind of trending in the positive direction. Let's see if we can continue that trend line. Again, it's going to have to break some big resistance here, up about $10.60 is the last resistance level that I can see. And we're going to be watching that very close and making sure to update you guys when that happens. But other than that, guys, that is pretty much it for Wish. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. If you guys want to pick up a free stock with Public, check out our link down in the description below. When you guys sign up for Public, you guys get a selection of a great couple of stocks. All you have to do is deposit $1. You guys can follow us on there so you guys can keep it today with what we're buying, what we're selling, and our current thoughts on the market overall. But other than that, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.